Now let's call this one a public service announcement. Yeah, a public service announcement and a technology warning. Because if you don't understand this how this technology thing work these days, you go real embarrass yourself. And listen, I don't judge in the individual in question. Although the individual is a pastor, I don't judge in the pastor because the pastor have red blood flowing through his vein like everybody else. He's a human being just like everybody else. He's a man. So anyway, I'm at this funeral because we do a lot of funeral services. And I'm responsible for IT, making sure that all the videos are in, all the audio is good, and people give me their videos, a slideshow to play back at a particular time, Jed. So this particular service required some slideshows and some tributes to be played at a particular time of the service, and the pastor was the one that was sending the files to me via AirDrop. Yeah. So I'm there collecting the files, got first file, got second file, got fourth file. And, the pastor just sending the file and I'm accepting it on AirDrop. He send it and I accept it on AirDrop. Send about 5 different files. So I'm sorting it out now. I'm putting it in the various folders and making sure that I label it properly and thing, you know what I mean? The pastor do so and he sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 file. Now, as I look at the 5th file, and I'm looking at the file, because that is the file that was supposed to be played back on the big screen. Those are the tributes that's supposed to be played back for everybody to see. So I'm there and I'm watching the thing and the pastor sending the files. And after he finished, and I go into and I label in the files and I look at the thumbnail and that particular file. And that file look, wait. That don't look like no family member tribute. I look at it from the thumbnail, I say, but that look like a porn. That look like a porn, Jed. So I labeled in the thing. I didn't, I ain't said tell the pastor nothing because I trying to figure out now. I wanna. I say I wanna, but I don't have no porn on that computer. That's my work computer, right? Anyway, it's not about me. It's about the story. I'll listen. I'll pay attention. It wasn't mine. It was not mine. So, I look at it and I click and I open it. Because I want to make sure that the file is legible to play back in a funeral. Papa, when I do so, and I click the file and the file open up so, Lord have His mercy. Listen, the file started to play from slide 1, and it wasn't videos, it was pictures. So it's like someone take a collage of pictures of beautiful women, naked beautiful women, absolutely stunning. I saw about 5 of them and they look awesome. I ain't gonna lie, they look nice. Anyway, like wow. But that don't look like if that should play back on the screen there. And as soon as I open it, so the pastor watch me so and I watch him so. And he watch me so and I watch him so. And he watching and he shake his head so. Like he catching some kind of fit. Like so. Like no. Well, I know because I wasn't gonna play it anyway. And he lucky because that was about to be slide over and fill over and go onto the big screen. The family was there. Everybody would have seen it. So the pastor quick give me a little shake head so and he say, like no. And the man look embarrassed, Jed. Now again, listen. I don't know. The man could be a photographer. The pastor could be a photographer because pastors these days doing different things. The man could be a videographer. The man could be, listen, pastors are people. So I'm not judging the man. But what I'm saying is, all you be careful. Be careful because if I didn't pay attention to this thing, the family would have been sitting in the funeral, the man in the coffin, the wife in the front, the immediate family in the first row, and all they would have seen is nudity, straight nudity going down the road, pictures on the big screen. So the pastor felt embarrassed about it. He didn't come back and tell me anything in particular. Then he shake his head so, and I see kind of feel away, and he kind of for the whole service he watch me in a kind of way, and he kind of watch me in a kind of way, and he, you know what I mean, like he feel like he probably should tell me something like yo, don't talk about this, you know. But listen, I ain't gonna call the pastor name. I'm not going to put the pastor on blast. Why putting him on blast for? He's a man, you know. It is a human being. The man probably a videographer. The man is probably someone who archive beautiful women pictures and put it out. But the pastor and anybody else, that's why I say it's a PSA, you know, it's a public service announcement. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. And if you have things that you, especially in a place like a church and a funeral and this type of things, when people are inside of there and, you know, they're in the holy than thou mode, you know what I mean? They're in that kind of zone. And that could trip off a lot of people. People might look at him in a kind of way. Or they might have looked at me. They would have think that it was my file. They would have think that was my file. Right? But listen, what I'm saying is a PSA. Everybody, when you're going into things like that, if you have a work to do, if you have a job to do, separate that file from your personal file. Pornography and all of this kind of thing and them. I'm not saying that women are not beautiful and exciting to look at. Women are beautiful. Men love to see beautiful women. Women love to see beautiful women. Women are beautiful. But separate it from your work, because it could really embarrass you. It would have embarrassed me. And the pastor, I know you're watching it, I ain't going to call your name. I'm not going to call your name because you ain't do nothing wrong than to put the file, mix up your personal thing and your business thing together as one. Because it could have been an embarrassment to me, you, and everybody else. But anyway, I deleted the file. The file is not on my computer. Nobody don't call me and ask me to show them the video because I don't have it. I delete it. And I ain't telling nobody who the pastor is because he ain't do nothing wrong. All I'm saying is separate them kind of thing and them. Separate it, because it could have been an embarrassing moment for you, for me, the whole family. Everybody would have cried, and people would have cried more than they was crying. Probably the dead man would have jumped out of the coffin and cried too, because I mean, he probably would have cried, he probably would have looked, because the pictures on them look nice, beautiful women. Separate your personal thing from your work. That is what I'm saying. Separate your personal thing from your work, and that is a public service announcement. From me, for free. Separate your thing.
Right along live. I mean, yeah, it's the real deal.